Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you all to the show. Look, we getting ready to move into phase two. Phase two was inspired by my partner Low Key. Phase two will be titled Knowledge. Get knowledge. I saw him reading the African Americans, Blacks in Science and Engineering book that he posted on Facebook. And true knowledge. Phase two is knowledge. Get knowledge. Just Google black facts, black history, anything dealing with black people, and start reading and studying. Because within that, you'll find what systems or what tricks or what methods were used to discourage black people or to dismantle what black people had accomplished, or you'll find little inklings of strategies that was used to hurt, harm, and try to bring to an end black businesses, black knowledge, and also to destroy the black mind. You can look at a system that was used in the first Black Wall Street. White female claimed black male raped her, right? And that was the catalyst. That was the way in order for them to come into and do their destructive bidding, right? So what have we learned from an incident such as that, right? First, whenever, because they might try to use this tactic today, they use it in a lot of tactics. It's not as blatant as it was, say, in 1921, but today, what happen is you have the Karens who will call a police station, right, and with a frantic cry such as there's an African American male or there's a black male trying to harm me, right? That's the first step. But the counter to that is have your phones ready, have your videos ready, and you film it. Whenever you encounter a white female, and I'm not saying all white females fit the description or the stereotype. I'm simply saying these are life and death situations when a white female calls to any police station in America and utter the words, "I'm being attacked by a black male." You know, that soon as you hear that, you have to be on the alert, pull out your phone and start filming. Keep a level head. Don't be like, okay, yeah, call the police and get caught up in the mix without filming. You got to save yourself because you got to realize these life or death situations. I mean, it's the same tactic. It's just updated 2020 versions now, right? Get your film out. Then you start, any black person you see, you ask them to pull their phones out. You need witnesses. So when these police speed up on the scene and jump out the car with the intent to kill, you like, nah, hey, you got to look at this video. The word video now is a word that makes them, okay, bag up, makes them think twice. And you have to have video. When you shout out, I got video, have the video, right? These are life and death situations. Learn, go back and study. How did they trick us? You know, you got to learn the tricks that they used in order to trick black people, or what did they use to gain the trust of black people in order to deceive them, right? They'll use words such as, "We're all in this together." Right, because that's to soften the blow. That's to get you off guard in a sense. So you, in your mind, you saying, "Yeah, we're all in this together." Now that's one of the reasons why you see a lot of these Confederate statues coming down. Because okay, if we're all in this together, then take some of these racist statues down and stop hiding behind them. We're all in this together. Then you feel the way I feel. You don't want to stand up under the symbol of something that wanted to keep a person in bondage, do you? If we all in this together, right? Because they'll say, some will say, yeah, well, we all in this together. We all brothers, right? But They'll use that to hang over your head. As soon as you turn your back or you're off guard, they pull you under. You have to be weary. Don't just listen to words. You have to look at deeds and actions first. You have to look at facts, right? Then you make your decision. But just on words, come on. It was a reason why the Native Americans said, well, he speaks with a forked tongue. It's a reason why that. Because the history shows it. That's all. It's not pointing out anything or trying to demean anybody or anything like that. No, we're just looking at history and we're looking at facts and we're looking at what continues to happen, right? In the case of Breonna Taylor, no knock warrant. They ready to kick in and they ready to shoot because they don't see the value in black lives, because black lives are valuable. That's why we have the statement Black Lives Matter, trying to get them to see that we matter. But how do you convince a racist mindset that you matter? Meaning, what mindset or what came into play to even make them think that you don't matter? Where did that come from? Is that stemming from the school system without teaching all of the contributions that black people have made to society? Are they ignorant to that fact and we're not teaching that, which stems in their mindsets that, well, black lives don't matter. What have you contributed? Were they purposely done? And then whose job is it anyway to teach true black history? That's where it's at. Is it their responsibility, or is it responsibility such as this show, Verbal Pick Radio, to get on his bullhorn and teach black history, teach our accomplishments, teach a narrative that's beneficial to black people, and also teach the narrative in the way that white supremacist thinks, so that we can have a clear understanding, and now we know how to deal with things, meaning everything is put on the table and let's deal. It's responsibility. It's our responsibility. That's why I do what I do, and that's why we do this show, and that's why I appreciate the listeners that I have and the subscribers that I have. Because it's like close knit. It's like family. It's like you can talk to people that's on this show as friends, and it's not so huge, and it's not so big. Oh man, I just got a word in. Oh man, that a friend of mine, Andre, he was a singer, man. He just passed today. Rest in power, brother. Just got the text. And that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Brother just passed, and some of you may know him, and some of you may not know him. But your works on this earth defines who you are, and it defines your life, right? Do not leave this planet without putting forth good works. I'm talking about post-corona, post-COVID-19. Not the way we was living and things that we did pre-corona. Not when we was wilding out and black on black crime and we killing each other over dope and, we trying to sex traffic our own women and not all that hideous, heinous, dirty deeds, right? That COVID is like comet. It came to clean, wash all that away, to give a fresh start, right? So in this fresh start of post COVID-19, right? We want to be found doing good works, good deeds, helping each other, sit down having discussions on how we can increase economic wealth. If we say, what's going on, bruh? Meaning that you want for your brother what you want for yourself. And if you want something good for yourself, you want something good for him. If you want something good for her, you want something good for yourself. If you want something good for yourself, you want something good for her. As a people, we want to we got to stop judging each other because, wow, we're not in the position to judge each other because all of us came from poverty straight up out of slavery. So we can't, you know what I mean? We have to understand each other, right? We can't judge each other. We can't look at somebody and say, I don't like that person because the way they do this, because we don't know why they do what they do, and we don't have an understanding of that person. As long as that person is not crossing in your lane, harming what you got, then don't worry about it, because you don't know. You got to remember that black people in America, we come from so many different tribes, because a lot of us was the natives that was here. So a lot of us had tribal ways of thinking on how we did things. And a lot of times it depends on what city you were in or what city that you were next to, because you all had similarities in the way that you did things back to the tribal days, right? And then people on from the East Coast, the Midwest, whatever, they did things in their tribal ways, right? And so once we got together, we might did something that maybe have found offensive to another tribe without knowing each other's way and how we done things. So that's why you got to have caring and concern to be like, okay, well, how do things go around here? Learn the rules of the road, as they say. How things go, what y'all like around, what y'all don't, and then be respectful and okay, and then be willing to teach each other. This is how it goes down here. And the reason being is because it's been that way for hundreds of years, and we found peace within this way. So this is why we do things that way. It's a math, it's a science behind it, is what I'm saying. But please, steady yourself, have pride within yourself, and whenever that inner voice within you tells you to do something, and you know that it can be helpful towards others, don't be shy and afraid. Just do it. And trust me, the blessings will come on the other side of that. And then when you look back at it, you'll be like, man, I'm glad I followed my first mind and did that 2 years ago. Because you might not see the reward and the fruit from your labor from 2 years from now or a year from now. It might be a week, 2 weeks. Who knows? I'm just saying, don't just blow it off due to fear and due to some insecurities or due to somebody who didn't love themselves tell you that you can't do it. They just saying the fact that they too afraid to do it, so they don't want to see you doing it. Don't get caught up. This phase 2, we gotta have a renewing of the mind, as Brother Jamal say. What's up, brother? Gotta have a renewing of the mind to do things differently coming post Corona. Can't go back doing the same thing. Matter of fact, if you survive this COVID-19, this coronavirus, right, you are not the same person you was pre-corona COVID-19. So you got to act like it. You got to walk like it. You got to talk like it. You got to stick your chest out and move like you a survivor and you still here and you moving forward. You got to see yourself as being blessed, as God chose you to be here on the other side of this thing, and keep moving and building. So when some racists try to call you out your name or try to demean you or try to put, don't even listen to that, because for one, they made it through just like you made it through. You know what I mean? So they have no standing or no bearings over you. Matter of fact, that's why all these statues are coming down, all this racist. Nobody putting up. You putting up with death that's affecting everybody on the planet, and I got to come out on the other side of this and deal with some racism? It's not happening. It's over. Nobody's going to put up with that. It's over. So, look, love yourself, build, grow, use your mind, because you're going to have to use your mind. You're going to have to go in the depths and the darkness of your mind to pull something forward into the light that's going to benefit yourself and your people coming up out of this, because there's going to be a lot of businesses that's going to close. There's going to be a lot of the economy's going to get bad, and you're going to have to go all the way into your Akashic records and pull out a system that worked during a similar time as this, because there's nothing new under the sun. And then you're going to have to bring it forth into reality for today's time in order to get over this hurdle. You know, black people, that's your job, because you've been on the planet longer than any other race on this planet. Been here so long, yeah, you can remember time, but before you even seen a white man, that they even knew they was on the planet. Been here just that long. You done seen times come and go throughout time. So it's nothing new under the sun for us. But we got to go back in that Akashic and see, okay, when this occurred, what was the reaction? What did we do? What was the high commodity at that time that pulled us back up for economic gain, economic level? How did we survive? You know, what was the cash crop, the new thing, you know what I mean, that we went to take us over the hump? I mean, we got to get into all of that. We got to go back. We got to research. As I'll continue to research things that we feel that matters to the community as a whole, certain topics and subjects that you can build on, because it's a different language that needs to be spoken right now today. There's a different knowledge that we have to lean upon. One is metaphysics. You got to get heavy in metaphysics, right? And you got to strengthen that mind. That's going to be very important coming into the future. That old fairy tale, nursery rhyme way of thinking, that's dead. That is over. It's not going to help you. That knowledge is so basic and played out. It's not going to help you in the times that's getting ready to come. That's just a few yards up the road. You know, I just had to share that with y'all, but stay tuned. Tell your friends, share. Verbal Pick Radio. We're out.